See, one of the most important things about tackling some of the comments which are left upon, let's say, one of my videos, is because I can use that as a starting point to be able to explain why I've got a certain point of view, and why I think another point of view is not necessarily appropriate. This one particular comment is on my I Hate Conspiracy Theorists video. The comment says, "Have you ever thought you want to make yourself believe the conspiracies are bullshit just because you're too scared of the truth and are denying the facts?" Well, and of course this video is completely off the cuff, so to speak. There is no sort of like scripting going on here. Let's have a look at the facts, the way that we understand them. Number one, the reptiles have not taken over the world. Number two, the moon is not a hollowed out spaceship. Number three, we are not being controlled by some kind of telepathic ray. Shall I go on? 4. History has demonstrated that the most efficient variety of society happens to be one that's based loosely upon a democratic model, but with some kind of constitutional control, hence the rise of the Arab Spring, hence the societies in Europe, the UK, USA, Australia. All of these countries are doing well because of democracy, and therefore some kind of autocratic fascist regime in which people are being killed left, right and centre in order to control the population of the world is basically not really happening. Let's have a look at another conspiracy, Codex Alimentarius. Codex Alimentarius is something which is saving people's lives, because there's now regulations of different varieties of qualities of gluten content of certain forms of food. And this is regulated by Codex Alimentarius, so those people who have a gluten deficiency will not grow sick or die as a result of eating certain varieties of food. Prior to Codex Alimentarius, the classifications were rather weird and woolly, thus making it harder for people who have food restrictions to actually preserve their lives. And so is Codex Alimentarius really there to depopulate the planet? Answer, no. What about the restrictions upon medicines? Well, although there are restrictions upon claims, or very strong truth claims associated with some forms of herbal medicine, you can still buy the herbs themselves in their raw form, so essentially the constraints upon herbal medicine are not really all that strong. And of course you can still grow them. But you've got to know what you're doing, and ideally be a qualified herbalist practitioner. Ideally, or at least know what you're doing. So that's been thrown out the water. Where are these death camps that people carry on talking about, When I listened to the Alex Jones channel in 2008, it was plain and apparent to me as a result of listening to the Alex Jones channel that by 2009 someone would have broken down my front door, carted me off to some kind of death camp, and would be gassing me within the year of 2009. It's now 2011, rapidly approaching 2012, and the aforementioned activity, quite frankly, has not happened, and the evidence for this is that I am still here. This is the actual evidence. So what particular truth could I be scared of here? Alright? What, the world is going to be taken over, or is being taken over by rich, powerful people? Okay, well, rich, powerful people happen to have money and power. We have to accept that. But on the other hand, because we've got some kind of democratic involvement in the way the world works, we actually have a right and an ability to shift to a certain degree, the way the world works. Okay, we do that through voting, we do that through demonstrations, we do that even through something as simple as putting out a YouTube video. Okay, all of these things will help to change the way the world works and the way that people think. So, which particular facts am I denying? Well, I'm denying the existence of the New World Order black shirts because essentially I have not been killed. I am denying the evils of Codex Alimentarius because it's there to preserve health and life. I'm denying the restrictions upon medicines because they're not really there. I definitely deny Bluebeam because it's ludicrous. I definitely deny some of the mythology associated with HAARP because it's based upon bullshit. False histories, false science, lies. What about the Freemasonry conspiracy? There isn't one. You might as well have a WI conspiracy. All the women doing knitting are trying to take over the world. I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, the Freemasons are quite so placid these days. Alright? So, which particular truth could I be scared of? Tell me. Leave it in the comment section.